Okay, now I'm going to go over the entertainer a little bit. This is a very, very basic version of the entertainer. You should be able to have a copy of this. It initially shows you all you need to know in your left hand is right up here. Not the way it's arranged, but all the notes that you're playing in the left hand are right up here. And shown on the keyboard, they go like this. Always use your left hand when you're working on this stuff. Starting with just the C note below middle C. 2 notes. It'll give you the fingers numbering also. 1 and 3. Starting with the 5, 1 and 3. Those are your So this is a C chord broken up and a C7 chord broken up. This B flat makes it a 7. Your basic C7. The whole C7 would be this. This is what it's going to sound like when you play the song. You do have to move your hand into the keyboard a little bit to get that thumb to play the black note. See, I already broke my general rule here. You are playing a black note with the thumb, but it's only in your left hand and only when you're having to reach for that 7th. So to do that smooth, you do have to move your whole sort of arm into the keyboard a little bit. That's the second measure. I'm going to do this measure here. This measure is just coming down, starting with the pinky, and then there's a rest, and then it moves to D, that's the only thing you do in the D. It doesn't go to the 7 in the D, and then a G, and then going down an octave on the G and doing 3 pickup notes, which consist of G, A, B, leading you, of course, back to the C. Boom, boom, boom. You need to move your hand over to get your pinky back on that C, because then you're going to be playing this again. Well, actually, that goes like this. Do that again. Alright, here's the song. There's a phrase in this song that starts it out, and it's all written out for you. I'm going to move the keyboard over to see. You can go way up here to start it. Look out for this chord here. Let's get this out of the way. That's the phrase. Now, it's like 6 notes, and it's a little difficult for me. It's actually a very simple phrase, but it could be a little complicated if you don't get it in your head. Now to start it, this is just the introduction to the song. It's not the gist of the song. You're just going to be playing this with just your right hand. Let me move it down and go down another octave. And then you do one more time in a lower octave. This will be a little different leading into the song because you're going to throw in a black note, a chromatic note from the A leading down to the G. A flat, G. And then you're going to play a G7 chord like this. G7 chord. Now, a basic G7 chord with just one hand would be this. The G, the third, the major third, the A, and the 7, which is the F. But the way we're going to play it is we're going to have a bass note G right here. Let me move this over a touch. Then we're not going to bother playing the G note here because we have it here. We're going to start with the third. We're going to then we're going to throw the G up top. So you have a G in the bottom and a G on the top. And then you have your third, fifth, and your seven in between. And then the gist of a song starts this way. Pickup note on the D, D sharp. And then we go to this left-hand pattern we've already shown you. Broken up. The essence of ragtime. Alright, I'm going to move the camera over so you can see this. The second phrase here, going to a G7. Actually, I got to raise this whole keyboard. I got to raise this whole stand up. Hold on. I hope that'll be better. This is a C. You're just playing your basic C triad. And then a G7. You're going to play your G7 like this with the third, the seventh, and the G. These notes are going to lead you to your D. D. Now this is probably one of the more difficult parts of the song right here. You're going to be playing an F and a D, thumb, pinky in your right hand, and a G with either your forefinger or your thumb. I'm going to do your thumb right now because then you're going to reach down an octave too. You're going to reach down an octave and do these three pickup notes. Get that pinky on the C. This pickup is D, D sharp. And this is the last section of the song. You're just going to play a single note C, middle C, with your thumb in your left hand. You're going to harmonize it with the seventh, the B flat. You're going to play both notes at the same time. You're going to go down, half step, chromatic, but you're going to keep playing the C with your thumb. Okay, my sequence of notes are a little off there because I'm talking and I'm not playing it right. I'm just going to play it without talking and you'll see. G7 again, the same G7 we played before. That's the way you could end it, just playing the C and then the G and then the bottom C. Okay, let's take it from the gist of the song. We're not going to bother with the introduction because we already showed you that. You can work that on your own. We're just going to start with the gist of the song, get the rhythm here. Do that again because I played one note wrong. G in your left hand, remember. You gotta spread. Boom, boom. This will be G7 again. Wrong bass note there, but you get the gist of it. Let me try this again without stopping. I'm going to keep it slow. Of course, the song sounds probably a little bit better faster, but we're going to just keep it slow right now. the mistake I often make. When you're coming up, you're staying on the C. I moved to the G mistakenly, but... Alright, I gotta stop for a second. Okay, I've gathered myself here. Again, that phrase. Again. C with the left hand. G7. G7, C. Okay, one thing about this end, with the initial, when you go up, you are playing this black note, but then afterwards you abandon the black note. Walking up, you hit the D sharp or E flat, whichever you prefer. Now you see I'm not playing this black note, it's just these three notes after that. And I'm going to go through the song one more time with that light off. I saw it was causing a bit of a reflection. Maybe we'll see it better now. I'll try to keep my hands this side of the keyboard, but you don't necessarily want to play with that. You want to have your hands in the keyboard, but just so you can see the notes. We'll move our fans a little back a little bit. Very relaxed. This is called staccato. You don't want these notes to ring out. You want to keep them staccato, meaning short. There, I hope that helped you out.